What's up guys, Conrad here with another video, and today I'm going to be going through some stylish winter options for men. Now, it's getting cold, right? And winter is coming, and so is Santa. And if you dress well enough, so will the ladies. But just because you need to wrap up warm doesn't mean you need to go around dressing like an Eskimo. We're still going to do it the elegant way. Now remember, when you elevate your style, you also elevate your demeanor. And with that being said, let's just get straight to it. Now before we get to the nitty-gritty of knitwear, I'd first like to talk about ankle boots, which are essential boots for winter. Now these are generally my go-to boots, and they're very versatile for the colder months of the year. And this one specifically is from Massimo Dutti, dark brown grain leather, perfectly adequate for my needs. A nice zip on the side, so of course it goes up to the ankle. But if I wanted to do a final upgrade for a boot like this, or a definitive winter boot, then it would definitely be the Coniston from Crockett & Jones. The Coniston is a dark brown Scotch grain leather derby ankle boot with day-night rubber soles. These boots somewhat resemble military boots, and they are of the highest quality, the best of the best, solid and sturdy, tough boots for tough weather. The grain has a 3D-like texture, which can be described as high definition. I don't own them yet, but I'd love to eventually. It's just they are a bit of a pricey investment, so maybe I'll wait a bit. Now when it comes to investing in clothes and shoes, I prefer to just buy it once, then be done with it. I don't generally like to buy multiple versions of the same item, unless I really fall into temptation. And sometimes that can happen if there's a color which I just don't have. So number 5 on this list we have turtlenecks. Very versatile and a great option for when you've forgotten your scarf. Originally worn by sailors and the working class, but eventually got took on by classic Hollywood actors, which I would say have definitely elevated this to become something more of a fashion statement, something trendy and sophisticated. You can also wear this to make you appear smarter, in both senses of the word. 2 brands I'd recommend for turtlenecks are Uniqlo and Gant. Now Uniqlo is great because they offer a wide range of different materials, such as merino wool, lamb's wool and cashmere, and you'll get a good product for the price. Now cashmere offers extra lightness as well as softness and warmth, and they'll typically be more expensive than regular wool, but sometimes much more expensive. Now when you're out and about, why not combine the turtleneck with a pea coat? Now this is from Gant and this is from Hugo Boss, a slim fit pea coat in a wool blend, double breasted. And now I would say that navy blue would suit my overall complexion better. I also tried the beige, but I don't think that suits me as much. But you should definitely try both and see what works best for you. And to complete the whole look, of course, you should have a nice beanie, as well as some leather gloves. And now you're all set. Another good option is to pair up a turtleneck with a suit jacket. But if you overdo it, you might end up looking like a bit of a mobster or a hitman. At number 4 we have the cable knit cotton sweater from Gant. Now the cable knit pattern is pretty much as old as time, and originally linked to fishermen back in the day. And it's interesting how utilitarian workwear would have evolved to become fashionable and versatile stylish garments. Now this one is a round neck, is a regular fit, and is a size medium in a dark navy. Now Gant is a great brand when it comes to classy winter wear, and it offers decent pricing as well. So Gant, the company, started out in 1949 as a shirt making company, specifically in the area of New Haven. And this brand and this area would have been associated with academic prestige. So this is the kind of sweater you'd often see an American student wear during the winter. And it's associated with the Ivy League look. You see, back then, and even now, of course, people were obsessed with the idea of going to Yale as some sort of a status symbol. And would someone kind of look like a geek wearing this during Christmas? Maybe a little bit, but I don't care because it's still an awesome sweater. I mean, you look like you'll go to university without actually going to university, and it'll be much more cost effective too. £110 to be exact. At number 3 we have the casual cotton half zip sweater from Gant. Now this is very versatile and it will keep you warm. And it's good for wearing underneath your coat or your jacket. It's 100% cotton and it has a soft grainy texture which actually feels very nice, which is achieved by a spinning method. I also like the ornamentation, such as the ribbed cuffs, collar and the hem. And it's a slightly smarter look than the cable knit sweater. This sweater is just so damn comfortable, I just had to get it in a grey colour as well. And yes, I did fall for that temptation this time. Number 2, the hybrid zip-through quilted jumper from Reiss. This one is simply known as Trainer. It's very modern, sleek, and it has a more refined look to it. It's part neck jumper and part quilted jacket. So it's hard to define whether it's a jacket or a jumper, but it serves both purposes very well. And I'd usually wear this in the colder months of the year under a jacket or a coat. Of course, you can zip it up and it becomes like a turtleneck. Although I would have appreciated some zips in the pockets, but the pockets do keep your hands warm. And there is another version of this from Reiss called the Flintoff, which actually does have zipped pockets, but it's a more sportier version of this same jacket or jumper. This jumper may remind you of something Daniel Craig wore in the Bond movie Spectre, but the thing is the jumper he is wearing is from Tom Ford, and so that would have cost around £1,635. This one costs £168, so obviously the more affordable option. Number 1, the Barber Broderick knitted button shawl. Now the shawl collar cardigan as we know it came about in the 1920s, and it was made popular by style icons such as Steve McQueen, Daniel Craig, David Gandy, David Beckham, I mean the list goes on. This is the definition of smart casual. It's a Ivy League preppy look without looking too formal. It just leaves a general nice impression, and I think they're back in style now. And in terms of its military origins, well, legend has it that during the Crimean War in the 1850s, Lieutenant General James Brudenell, 7th Earl of Cardigan, wanted a sweater that he could put on without messing up his carefully styled hair. And that's probably a bit petty, but I suppose if he just trained his abs a bit more, then that insecurity would have gone away. The shawl collar cardigan actually combines the neck of a smoking jacket with the body of a cardigan, and this one specifically has Broderick knitting, so it looks something like this. Now the detailing, it has ribbed collar, there's ribbed cuffs, as well as a ribbed hem. This is 100% lamb's wool. It feels very comfortable, makes you feel warm and fuzzy, and you can definitely wear this at home when you want to feel more leisurely. You can layer underneath as well as over. Now I don't know if this is part of Barber's permanent collection, but I do find the price to be really good, which is £129. See, trying to find a cardigan like this can be quite tricky, because often they're over £500 and they're made of cashmere, and yeah, they're quite a pricey investment. But for now, this is a good option for me. This one particularly is in a size small, and the colour is charcoal mauve. So there you have it guys, those were my picks for stylish winter options for men. Hopefully this video helped you out in some way. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.